Hello, hello, hello. Today is a fun day. Today I want to show a very special game that has a very cool tesuji. About a third of the way through, a fourth of the way through. It's a middle game tesuji that's it's a very unexpected move, which is good to connect two weak groups together. Also, this is a kind of a special game because I'm black in this game. It's a 3-stone handicap game against. This is from when I was a 3dan. I played this in a local ratings tournament here in Seattle against a 6dan, and I won this game. Spoiler alert! And in so doing, I was promoted to 4dan. So it's a cool game for multiple reasons. Let's take a quick look. So I want to make a big framework and invite my opponent in. This is this move here, the jump instead of the shoulder hit, or the press down. The press down is more severe, and it works. It's working-ish for black, even with this R14 stone, but it leads to a fight that black needs to be very confident in. And I figure I have 3 stones handicap, so I can play a little bit. This move is a little bit slack. It doesn't put any pressure on the top group, but it's nice and solid. The shape. This move is pretty nice for white to cause Q15. It's like a eye stealing type play. So normally black will atari and then connect with bad shape. And then white can atari and extend if white wants to take the top. There's this hane and connect, which leaves this cutting point. Normally, I think connecting just like this is possible. There's still forcing moves, so white might be able to do something here later. But I know another way to play is to play this and allow this clamp to connect. This is a slightly better form than cutting directly, although it's more or less the same. And the purpose of this move is just to play for the center. You give away, you basically say you're not interested in this territory. White can take it whenever white wants, but keep playing for the center, which was the point of these moves. But this is a handicap game, so my opponent has to play faster and create complications. So we see this unusual move. Just a clean separation, but it doesn't put any pressure on either stone. So normally a move like this is only played in handicap games to try to create confusion. This is not a particularly good response because if like a normal type exchange is played, it really hurts this one stone. It's completely separated from the corner. And I knew that, but I didn't mind because I thought that this group is solid enough. I wanted to just solidify my corner right away. So I keep playing for the center, making a lot of influence, giving the 4th line territory. And white decides to finally start creating complications with this crosscut. So generally we want to extend from a crosscut to help the weaker stone. So I pick this one because I have this nice wall here, so I'm not too worried about this Q10 stone. And white extends. I play atari and then connect rather than just connecting. because I didn't want white to get this extension. It's still white is split into two weak groups as long as black saves this cutting stone. So I think it's quite a good position for black, but I mean it's a handicap game, so of course it's going to be a good position for black. But I thought this was clearer. This stone breaks the ladder, even though the ladder is still good for white. I mean, it's good for black. A move like this, break the dog's face, looking to cut here. This could be a potential ladder maker or a peep here if we don't have this exchange. So if it's like this, then there are possible forcing moves that could threaten to capture these two stones. So that's why I played this exchange, because this stone breaks the ladder. And I wrote down some comments, some fun comments. This was months ago. I don't really remember it anymore, but I remember my opponent's body language was a little bit frustrated at this point. So white's in a difficult situation. There's this weakness. This group is completely surrounded, and it looks like it has enough eye space to live, but probably white needs another move. You can imagine if white, I don't know, if white plays somewhere else. There's like this, hane and connect, and then this is only 6. So if white plays here, then just hane, and it's bulky 5, dead shape. And if white plays something like this, black can just push to make this no longer an eye. Oops. Actually, black doesn't even need to play. Black could just do something like that, because this is only 3. What else? Yeah, so this would be cleanly killed. I guess white could try something a little bit fancier, but this move, yeah, there's just no way. That's not even, maybe it's not necessary, but anyway. So my opponent has all these weaknesses and only one move. Unfortunately, white has the same problem that a lot of us have, can only play one move at a time. So white decides to help the outside. And he had a water bottle in his hand, which he crumpled. I think he was upset at this point. So then I play this, which my reading at the time was that this cleanly kills the group. If white connects, I was just looking at, I don't know, something like this. There's just not enough space. Even this is probably just the better way. No need to put the stone inside. This does leave some forcing moves later. White's going to get some more forcing moves in this area. So this might not have been the cleanest way. I'm not sure if this still kills, or if white can maybe play moves like this. White can definitely live, but if black gets to descend, then this corner shrinks to almost nothing, because black will be able to get this one. So it's pretty painful to have to live like this. But I played this to make sure it was dead. This move, so if black just connects, so okay, the immediate, like the apparent sort of obvious threat is that if black plays somewhere else, white can cut. Separate these two stones, which would then be pretty weak. it has a secondary effect. Whoops. Where if black just defends, then this move becomes sente to capture these 4 stones. So if black still tries to reduce the eye space to kill, then there's this ladder, which would be a disaster. So if this is sente and black has to play 1 more move, then it looks like this is probably definitely savable like this. But again, the corner's damaged. But still, being able to save this group is pretty big. So I end up responding here to cleanly kill it. But even so, I think this was definitely a mistake. I think I should just play here. Because it's still dead for sure. But this... I left another forcing move. When I play this, later on this becomes a forcing move. Which wouldn't be the case if I had a stone here. So I kill this. I'm pretty comfortable at this point, even though these 2 stones get cut and they don't have any friends nearby. There's still some weaknesses in white's shape here, so white isn't completely like risk-free. There's still a little bit of burden here, and obviously I made a lot of territory on the right side. So I was pretty happy so far. And I figured at this point, if I can just play nice moves for this and kind of make a solid shape in the center, then white won't have any place to get enough points to win. This was a little ambitious. This is kind of inviting. I was sort of inviting this move, where I could... I don't remember what my exact plan was. Maybe it was this. That doesn't look good. Maybe I was going to play here and just give away the 3 stones, but make a lot of influence towards the left side. So if white really wants to take the 3 stones, then I can have a really severe attack. And it looks like this entire side is becoming black's. So white gets this forcing move, which is a little painful because, well, I guess it doesn't. So if we imagine the position is like this instead, then white would have to worry about this cut. That's which would completely unite my groups, and then the game is really easy because white has nothing to attack. So there's another reason that this move, that this move probably should have been there. Okay. So this is a pretty severe attack, threatening the eye shape. This move is saying I want to create a really complicated fight and kill something. It looks like black can play here to connect, but then there's this cut, and black is split, so it's pretty difficult. So I play on the outside. I thought this was an overplay from white because there's this weakness still, and now there's this weakness. It's kind of difficult. So I played this cut. White connects out. And here, I played this move without thinking too much, which was not a mistake, but it very well could have been a mistake. Probably, maybe I can just play here. And if white extends, I don't think white is able to endure this. This group it's weak. It doesn't have a base and it doesn't have definite eyes, but white has 2 weak groups. So I think black should be okay here. But I get cut. And this is the position. I was not expecting this move. I was expecting just a connection here, and then I can atari and kill this in a ladder, and then my group is fine. But white has fairly nice center. So this is kind of what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this move. And it looks like black's A group is in trouble. But there is a secret move that black can play to capture. To connect. Okay. So it's either to kill these or these, right? Black has to kill one of them in order to connect this group out. So let's go through what doesn't work. This looks like a nice way to play a net to catch these two stones, but it doesn't quite work. There's this atari, which is a ladder. So basically, because of this weakness, white can play atari here. It's too easy for white. So even though this looks like a nice move, it doesn't quite work. This stone is really annoying for black because it is a ladder breaker. There's this ladder, but it doesn't work. So that's not going to work. If black plays the atari and then just extends, it looks like white's going to be able to save these stones, and then these are connected out. So this would come down, this would probably come down to some kind of, oh, it wouldn't even come down to a liberty race. I was thinking, oops. White is going to be able to kill these, so no problem. Or if black just extends, then black has two weak groups, but white only has one. Probably, if black plays a move here, then these three stones will die. Well, probably this. And if black plays a move here, then this group will definitely die. So it's big trouble. So what to do? What to do? So there is a secret move. I love this move because I'm going to milk this a little bit just in case anyone watching this at any point in time hasn't seen it and wants a little bit more time. Although I guess if you're watching it not live, you could just pause it and try to find it. But I really like this because this kind of move is not, in my opinion, well, at least for me, it's not intuitive at all. This is, I probably spent 10 minutes here looking at this situation, 10 minutes of my 45, trying to figure out a way to salvage this situation, and then I think I laughed out loud when I saw the answer. So the answer, or I mean the way to save this position, to salvage it, is this move. Empty triangle. And as I said, part of me died inside because I absolutely hate making bad shape like this. It's my, this is painful. Like, I considered, yeah, as I said, I considered resigning instead of having to play such an ugly move. But in this case, it works. It's actually really cool. The obvious threat is that it threatens black can play this cut to kill the 2 cutting stones, and then no problem. This group should be completely fine. So if white connects here to save the 2 cutting stones, then this net works. This is a pretty simple ladder. If white extends, there's just atari ladder, so pretty cool. Power triangle. Huh. So my opponent played here. It looks like it's going to be a trade. It's still kind of painful for black, even though black gets this to save the center group. It's pretty painful because white is able to take this these 3 stones, making this side really big. This is 5th line, so this is quite a lot of points. The corner is still open though, so it's not enormous. Black should still be able to either reduce the top or live in the corner or something over here. So I played here. I noticed that when I kill this, all of a sudden, if I play here to separate, oops, there, to separate these 2, white doesn't have a base, and white doesn't really have any eye shape, so it looks kind of difficult to handle both of these groups. So I said, alright, 6th dan opponent, show me the answer. Let's see. So I was playing pretty severe moves, trying to make... I really shouldn't have. I think I can just play this and extend, and if white somehow lives, I think it's just fine. I don't know. Something for eye shape? It looks like this will be alive now, but black can still play the upper left corner, and this is a huge side. This is, I don't know, like 5,000 points, 6,000 points. I don't have enough fingers and toes to count that. But why not? I figured let's put even more pressure on and see if we can kill. And then, where was it? I think at this point, so I played this thinking, oh, I'll put a lot of pressure on and maybe kill, and then white extends and I extend, and white pushes again, and then I thought, oh poo, there's no chance. White can still maybe look to extend here. If black plays somewhere else, let's see. Oops. So white can get out that way, and can clearly get out that way. And obviously that just kills the 4 stones. So there's still some aji over here with these 3 stones, which is why I played this move. But I don't... It ended up being a decent result, but maybe I should just play here to completely remove the aji. I'm not sure. Oh, wait. I messed up the tree somewhere. Oh, I played this exchange first. Sorry. I messed up. I didn't record this game when I played it. I wrote it down afterward, and so sometimes I forget little exchanges like this. Sorry, so this makes a little bit more sense. These moves had already been played to split the groups. This is kind of a cool move, this attachment. It threatens... it's clearly trying to split these 2 groups, mostly to keep this B group split, but also there's aji if white doesn't respond directly with this cut, looking for A and B to save these 3 stones, and then white just doesn't have enough territory. It looks like this top side, even if white made the entire top side, it's about the same size as here, but black also has the bottom side. So the game would basically be over. So that's why white has to respond here to fix this problem. And now this happens. So at this point, I realize that killing is out of the question. So I just play these moves to make some territory on the bottom and give the 2 stones as a sacrifice. It's a decent result. And then I take Sente. This cut, this weakness, it's pretty painful, but white's not gonna play there immediately. There's a decent amount of stuff. This Aji gets activated later, so we'll see the problems, but this cut is working. So it's pretty painful. To connect solidly like this means this entire thing is territory, but then white can fix, and now this is all territory. So I thought it was more important to play for the corner first. I think, so this is an unusual response. Normally if white's going to play a move up here to not cede the corner, white will play this move. And then if it's like early game, then white will extend and black will make this, and it looks like a normal pattern. Or sometimes I guess black could play this one. But if white plays this way in this case, making this triangle the tiger's mouth, it gives black good eye shape already. So this is this attachment sort of helps your opponent to make good eye shape, whereas this diagonal move, it gives more territory, but the eye shape is less clear. So this is, I would say, only play this move if you're trying to kill. But my opponent then decides not to kill. This is 8, 9 eye space in the corner, so it's alive. And then I play for this corner. I think this is a mistake though. Well, the corner is really big, but this is also really big. And this is really solid and thick, so this would remove a lot of complications. If white takes the corner now, can just give it and play somewhere else. I guess white's losing, so maybe white will try something tricky like this. I guess it's not tricky, it just takes the corner the other way. I don't know. If for the corner, then this cut happens. So there's all these weaknesses in black's position. There's I'll use the lettering tool, but I think I'm going to run out of letters because we only have 26 to work with. I don't know, lots of weaknesses. So I know as black in this case I'm going to have to give something up. So when white plays here, I just capture the stone. I say, I left this weakness knowing it was going to be a problem later, and so now I have to pay for it. So my bottom gets ruined, but I did get this move for the corner, so it's not a total disaster. Endgame, endgame, endgame. Let's see. So, this move, Oops. Can't go back to it. Okay. I really should have fixed here. This is like the proper way to respond. This is gote for white, so it's not going to be played until the very end of the game. And actually, this is slightly sente for white to poke out this eye, so black might even be able to get to play it first. But also this makes sure there's clear eyes, no aji, no problem. I descended here, and I paid for it. I tried to greedily get, what, like 1 extra point? Not a good idea. Oh, he played this and I immediately shot myself in the face. Yeah, as soon as he played this attachment, I knew I made a mistake. If you imagine this move instead, when white plays this attachment, there's no aji, so no problem. You can just play here and capture the stone, and then this is all just fine. But with this move, after the attachment, if you try to do this, and there's this peep, I don't know, there's maybe this. If black just blocks, then loses the stone. If black extends, connect, and then there's weaknesses here and here. I haven't read out if this works. Let's say black fixes this one, push, cut, push, cut. So it looks actually okay for black, but maybe black fixes there. Maybe white will play this first. Oops, threatening to live in the corner. So, like this. And now this group is going to be short of liberties. 5 liberties, black only has 4 here, so that's not going to work for black. If black pushes out this way, then this group does not have very many liberties. I don't even know. There's a ko. This might even be a fake. Oh no. Interesting. Broken ladder ko to get atari on these 2 stones, but it's not worth it if black loses the entire corner. So anyway, this no good. There's all this scary aji, and I was in time trouble at this point anyway, so just backed off here. And then these, I think these are good endgame moves. This atari, and then this atari basically lets me get this F1 in sente. Oops, don't close, I'm not done yet. And then this is quite a big endgame move, hane and connect, because not only is it like 4 points immediately, but later on this peep might work. You can imagine maybe white plays somewhere else, black peeps, and then attaches to connect out and spoil the top side, or peep there, something like this. So definitely this hane connect is a really big endgame point, but oh yeah, so it was Canadian overtime. I can't remember what the general time settings were, but I did realize at this point that I had 15 seconds to play 8 moves. And this is a live over the board setting, so you know, online it's not that hard. Well, I mean, obviously your move quality isn't going to be that good if you have less than 2 seconds to play each move, but it's still possible. Over the board is more difficult. So I just gave this, gave all this stuff away. I just had to play moves quickly, so gave the 2 stones. So anyway, this whole thing comes back to this move. If I just play here, it's all solid. I need to update my virus protection and my spyware protection. So I believe the rest of the game is not extremely interesting. Black is quite far ahead at this point. Endgame, endgame, endgame. Cool stuff. Yeah, so with this game, I made it to Fordon. Hooray! Hmm. Empty triangle, huh? Alright, whatever works. Cool. Cool game. So let's play a game. Playing a game is fun. I don't really want to play on my main account because I'm really scared. I need a warm-up game. So let's go over to Lingstride, which is my 1 Don account. And let's play a game. Ah, instant auto match. Great, I don't have to fill dead time with my terrific jokes. So, a 0.5 Komi game against a 1Q. Let's look at KGS Bob's profile. Oh, it's not very decorated. This is a terrifying face. Alright. So, I've been playing a opening formation. Hopefully I'll get a chance to show it. It comes when black approaches with the regular 1 space high approach. Oops. Aha, approaches here. Interesting. Normally, black plays this enclosure. This would be, if black plays here, it's like a Kobayashi style opening, but with the 3/4 stone. Okay. If I play this and black follows the pattern, then all the stones are on the 3rd line. That's not so good. So maybe black would want to play here, but then there's a weakness to look at. White can play here, aiming at both B9 to undermine the base, or C14 to make a base. That's why normally in the Kobayashi Fuseki, instead of playing B4, black plays D10, which is a little bit more emphasis on the top and the upper left than on the lower left area. Empty triangle. Power triangle. You know, empty triangles, they get a lot of hate in the Go community. I think that's probably the first bad shape that all beginners learn. Or, I mean, it's the first shape that most beginners learn is like a, quote, bad shape. And I think someone's got to take a stand. Someone's got to stand up for the empty triangles and say, it's not okay. We're not going to judge you based on your shape. This is the 21st century. In the year 2014, all shapes are beautiful. Yeah. Am I still connected to the internet? Let me just see if I can load a game. Okay, loads a game, so I think my connection is alright. Maybe my... I mean, this is a pretty daunting scenario. 8 moves have been played, so there's 353 moves to choose from. That's quite a lot. Okay, so it's all third line moves, all flat and low, so I don't think it's very good for black. If I play here, then black can play the knight's move response to raise up. That looks kind of good. I think I'll play for the other corner. Aha, solid. Let's see. I like this. Do I want to play the tiger mouth one? I prefer the solid one. I think this is a fine pattern, but in this case I kind of like it for white because this makes the right side really nice. And here, let's see, I definitely want to pincer because if black jumps, then I can play this Q6 to turn my right side really nice, and also playing a pincer works to develop the bottom left. So I think I'm just going to play the tight one space low pincer. If black goes into the corner, that's fine. No problem. I don't want to atari and give my opponent influence. I'll just extend. And then this one is normal. And this lets black, if black plays S2, then I think I play for the upper left corner. And if black doesn't play S2, then I think I play it immediately to cause this group not to have a base. Oh, counter pincer. This looks like, immediately I'm thinking this is an overplay because I have this strong group here, strong group here. This move, it breaks the tiger's mouth and it threatens to seal in cleanly with another move. So if I play this diagonal and black pushes, I block, then it has to play the empty triangle. Also, this diagonal move prevents the connection underneath. Now it has to play this empty triangle, which is really ugly, and then I can play this knight's move. So I'm making good shape. So with this, even if I connect, black is still alive. So this is just endgame now. But this stone is separated, cleanly separated, and it doesn't have a base. I'm going to play, I don't want black to play h3 because it not only puts pressure on my corner, but it establishes a base. So I'm going to play j3. And so the stone, L3, is now a weak stone that has to run to live, or black could just sacrifice it. Okay. Oh, interesting. So my first thought is to play this cap. And I think I'm probably going to play it. The only question is, maybe if I play some forcing moves like shoulder hits over here first, that might help. I'm going to play the cap first, though. Now I have all these fourth line stones, and I get to play this cap, so it looks really nice for developing the center. Later on, I'd really like to play N15 to press down this group a little bit. maybe and if I'm strong enough, then I can just play N16, like a regular shoulder hit. Black can still play this, but then I jump, so I think I'm fine. And if black plays over here, I could block. Oh, anyway. We'll hane. Extend, then I can push. And black needs to fix this cut. Or I guess it doesn't need to fix the cut, but if you don't fix the cut, then I don't know what the point of playing all these moves was. Okay. So this is pretty important. If I push from here, black is going to drive out into the center, and this move isn't really going to be able to make any territory. So I'd rather play this move, force black here. I'll have to play one move which is pretty slow, but black will have basically black, I'm forcing black this way to try to connect over here on dame. Black's not making any points with these moves, and my hope is that these two will be really nice for the center. Can I push again? Am I scared of the cut? I don't think so. I also don't really want to leave the cut behind, but I think for now it's okay. I think I'd play atari and then connect here. And then if black drives out, I can just go up. To cut, that looks like an overplay, unnecessary overplay. I think just hane. So black plays all these moves, is not making any points with them. So far, good game for white. Move up here is becoming very, very valuable. So assuming black, I think double hane, then I can atari, connect, atari, okay, just there. Then, do I want to invest a move to fix my shape here? If I fix my shape, and black gets the first move here, that's kind of that's kind of annoying. But at the same time, if I play this, then these cuts are problematic. So I think I should play a move to fix my shape over here. I could push one more time. But that just turns this into an even greater... So maybe if I push, is it a good exchange? Black extends and then I fix, versus if I just fix directly? I think I'll push and then fix. Black still has to worry about this cut. And if black doesn't fix, then just this hane directly would be pretty painful. Wow, okay, tanuki. Definitely a big point, especially to reduce my influence. But... if I cut... versus if I hane, which one is better? If I hane, black plays this. I can't really do anything. If I play the cut, black ataris. Is black really gonna give me these two stones? That would be really big. I'm not sure how this cut is handled. Let's see. There's a lot of stones here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't really think black could sacrifice these 8 stones and expect to have a chance. Uh-huh. Did I overlook something? If I just push here, extend, push. Okay. So now this is a life and death problem. How to save these 9 stones. This cut's not troubling because I can play Atari and Atari, extend, connect, and then if black pushes up, I can just push with, and it's no problem. This just push. If I Atari connects here, there, I lose. So okay. So this is not even not even a gote eye. Huh. If black plays here, I can Atari and connect. And down here, so black can play N2, but it doesn't connect. And also, if I get a move like O2 for free, then later S4, Dota 2 joke. S4 would just, I think it would kill the whole corner if I already have O2, because then P2 and P4 are Miai to turn Q3 into a false eye. So then there's only one eye along the bottom. This is difficult. Difficult situation. There's no doubt that K16 is a big move, but I really thought that black needed an additional move here. So Atari, extend. I think I don't have a reason not to do that. So I think I just extend, and then if these 2 stones don't die, I win the game. These 2 stones are not very important. Well, now these 5 stones. If these 5 stones live, this group is dead. And also, this is like all in because I'm going to be running up into black's area, destroying all the potential. So, difficult. Looks like this attachment, if black plays there, looks for double Atari. But I don't really feel like touching. No touching. I think I'm just going to super calm. Just a 1 space jump. I could probably jump farther, but I don't. I just want to play simply. All I have to do is live here, and it's fine. Oh, interesting. There is still Aji to cut. Aha. Alright, alright. If I attach pushes and then I push up and then looks okay. There's not really a move. If I attach and hane, then do I make this ugly empty triangle? I definitely want to save these two stones. They're pretty important. This push is pretty big for the center. If white gets it, I think black has to respond. If black doesn't respond, then killing these three stones means the center is super thick, super strong, no problem. I think, so I definitely have to push here. Difficult. Now, this is in danger, and obviously this bottom group is in danger. If I get some... if this becomes an issue, I think I should play this atari, connect, atari, capture, atari. It's like a squeeze to reduce all the liberties in here. Make sure there's no I. But it also reduces liberties on this group, so I want to make sure this group is safe before I do that. Over here, just atari, connect, and it's actually atari on these two stones, so that threatens the corner. And even so, if black pushes out, then it all gets ruined. Difficult situation. Difficult. Here, maybe if black plays something like this, f13, you could look to try to make a lot of territory up here as compensation for losing this group. Maybe that's the only way to try to fight back. If black just fixes here calmly, I might play this extension. I think I would play this extension, which would threaten to capture the three stones again, so then bamboo, and then, I don't know, I could just play p9, I think? Oh, black ran out of time. It's kind of a shame. A lot of my opponent's moves took a long time. I mean, this is definitely a complicated situation, so that's understandable, but let's review really quickly. A lot of time was spent after I played here. From 9 minutes to 7 minutes 18 seconds, so like a minute 40-ish. And this is this is probably the first Joseki that almost every beginner learns, so surprising to take that much time. Maybe there was a real life issue. So this is not the normal pattern because it leaves this weakness, but I think in this case I feel like this is necessary. It's kind of annoying. And white won't come in immediately, because even though white can make a base, black takes both sides with good shape. If black plays from the other side, then white could jump out if like destroying this influence is important, or could go here to threaten the base of this group. Probably would have to jump out first, because I think if white goes in, especially early game, this cover is pretty painful. White can definitely live, but black's wall is far too good. I was really happy with this result because I like getting this stone, which coordinates well with both the wall and my cornerstone. So, yeah. Alright. Fine result. Maybe black should play this approach. If white still pincers, then this attachment is a little bit more severe. There's this one. Black will crosscut, and then what is it? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. What the? Atari, and connect? This does not look right. This is embarrassing. I'm gonna look up the pattern in another window. So note to any future serious opponent, play this against me because I don't know I don't know this at all. Oh, Atari here, extend here, aha! And then black goes here. And then this jump. There. So white played this pincer, to emphasize the left side. So white gets the left side, but black gets the corner, pretty decent territory, and reduces the right side. This actually would have been a pretty good result for black, because a move like this, I think black can play this immediately to make the base solid, reduce this aji, or this one, and threaten down here. It looks like white needs a move here. If white plays, I don't know, somewhere else, then black can split the groups, and this could become a weak group later. Or if the normal thing happens, then black invades, destroys the bottom side. Oops. That's pretty good. But with this tight approach, knight's move approach, I think it was not a particularly good result. Especially, I think this is the first big mistake. I don't know. If black takes the corner like this, this doesn't look too big. The influence is nice, but black is really fast on the other side of the board, and this black group is alive. So if there's this, it looks alright. But playing this move, it's this starts a fight, but it's in the area where white is already strong, so I don't think it's good. Now it doesn't have a base. So if the situation were slightly different, if we imagine black already had this move, then I think this invasion is perfectly fine. If white tries to play the same way, black can just extend, and this two-space extension is reasonably safe. This group on the left is solid, and the corner is solid. So black should be able to endure and destroy the lower territory. But since black had to spend one additional turn here after push, then black has to spend this, and this becomes just a weak group. And white doesn't have any weak groups, so difficult situation. I thought about maybe playing here first, and then cap. But maybe in this situation, since these two are pretty weak, maybe black would just ignore and jump again and say, this is not really severe. Black's left side group is still strong, so. Basically, if I play this, I want to make sure it ends in sente, so I have time to come back and play the cap. I wasn't sure, so I just played the cap immediately. I think this is black's first opportunity to finally sacrifice this L3 stone, which is not really big. If black just plays a jump, then what does white do? If white really goes through to cut this one stone, just give it. Play maybe here. Now all of a sudden the left side is looking really nice for black. And this one stone, it's kind of big. It's not big in the opening, but later on it'd be pretty big. But black tries to save everything, which lets white get another move on the outside. Ooh, it's painful. Nowhere to go except connect on dame. So here, I think this is like the losing move, you know, with quotations around it. The phrase, the losing move. I really think black needs one additional move here. This might be too much. Normally a move like this is good to put pressure on these two stones, but I think white can just cut directly. And it's just like the game, except there's a little bit more pressure on these two stones, but these two stones aren't important. So maybe if black just plays here, then obviously it's just a simple ladder. So everything is fine, no problem. And then if black did play this, I was going to fix my shape anyway, so black could get this one. I think if I play, instead of fixing my shape, if I play something like this to emphasize the center, I think it's too, I don't know what the word is. I'm leaving too many weaknesses. It looks like black should just cut immediately. And then, well, actually this still looks okay for white because the center is so strong, but it's really complicated, and then this becomes like an all-in. It's like if white doesn't kill this, then the whole center is destroyed and black has a lot more solid territory. So I would rather play a solid move like this, make sure my shape is strong, and if white takes this, that's fine. I can still play here, one exchange, and then jump, and this looks pretty big. This territory is also pretty big, so I think it looks like up here is about equal to over here. So I have this territory plus this territory against this. So I think white is leading, but it's still possible to keep playing. But this one, I don't know. I don't know what the plan was. Definitely. Well, this doesn't. Oh, I guess it does work to connect. Oh, well, with another sacrifice. It does work to connect. Although there's this, actually. So, if black connects here, then this... Huh. So, give the 2 stones, connect here? But then this atari can't connect because of this. That's clear. So here, give the 2 stones, connect. Oh. And just cut. Black can probably live. Yeah, black can live. But that's... this wall... I mean, the game is over anyway if white gets a shape this good in the center. So... I don't know. I don't know how to handle this group. It's in danger of dying for sure. Here I thought... one eye, but difficult to make the second eye. Maybe here? Oh, that actually cuts, so maybe white needs another move and black can escape. Did I make a mistake? Really difficult. I don't know. Maybe it's possible to save, but it still looks really difficult, and white's getting all this influence. Too difficult, I think. It was good to play a move around here to try to exploit this weakness. These two can become separated. If black plays here, then I was thinking I'd play this, exchange, to get a little bit more strength, and then jump here. Then I can even play this ugly empty triangle shape. There's just no way to make 2 eyes. Even this is not an eye. Alright. Well, that one was pretty quick, so how about one more game? Let's see if anyone has good time settings. 8 minutes absolute. I don't think I could talk while playing a game like that. I could play in the Russian room against Sun 1. Play against my Russian opponent. Russian room. Sun 1. This time setting is reasonable. 25 minutes. We will challenge. Accepted. Alright, that's enough of my awful Russian accent. I really hope I didn't offend anyone. Actually, Russian, that's my favorite accent, for sure, to listen to. It sounds so musical. Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm black in this game, and my opponent doesn't have komi. So, I could just take the corner, play for territory this game. Let's do that. White doesn't have komi, so I don't think there's a problem with just playing straight up for territory. Uh-huh. Blocking at Q3 is very unusual with this pincer, unless white already has a stone over here. Maybe this move? I could play this, but then when white pushes, I feel like I want to push again. If I play this move directly, it looks like I can threaten to jump out. And then if white fixes this, then I can, yeah. I don't know if this is a pattern or not, but it looks kind of cool. It fixes the push and cut weakness, threatens to jump out, and if white fixes by playing here immediately, then I think I'll play K3 directly to split the corner from the influence. Influence need an extension. Q3. I don't think I've seen Q3. Okay, so now let's look at this. Is this sente? If white cuts, respond, cut, and then extend. I think my corner is alive, so I can keep pushing along. If white pushes out, that's completely fine with me. So I don't think this is sente, but I can't immediately push and cut. Well, I could to create aji, but then this becomes a ladder. This liberty is important because it means this cut is not a problem. If this liberty is filled, then after cut, atari, cut, capture, atari, this would become an atari, and it would be a loose ladder, a net. Pretty cool with this stone. I played it in it was a really similar shape. I got to play a loose ladder in a live game, and my opponent was like 2 dan or 3 dan, I don't remember, but it's the kind of loose ladders are the kind of thing that you do in problems all the time, but when it comes up in the actual game, it's unusual, and it can take you by surprise. I didn't think about this cut first. Actually, if I just connect here, and white pushes, extend, push, the corner is dead if white plays Q2, but white's going to have to crawl on the second line quite a bit, and then I should be able to split, so I should get really nice influence. I don't mind sacrificing the corner if I get really nice influence over here. So maybe white just wanted to play this so that this becomes sente. I think pushing out at S7, I think it would not be a good result for white. This is a classic. So if we pretend that these two black stones are not there, so white is just completely thick on the outside, then this is like a classic corner life and death problem that I think it's very worth memorizing, because it's not extremely difficult, but the normal approach doesn't work. So you have to play a slightly unusual move. Not extremely unusual, but just slightly. Okay. So let's make a base. Right, so now this stone, if I ignore, then atari, push out, push, and then this makes the loose. I'll show it in the review. But do I want to play here or here? I think I want to play this move. This is, it lets me play R10 later. Really? Tiger Mouth is good, but this doesn't give any pressure. My group is completely alive now that I captured the stone. Now I think I can even play one more move for my lower side group. I think I'll just play a column move for my lower side group. This was white's corner to start with. I have the corner, and this wall, it doesn't have any clear use. Difficult to use this wall when there's such a strong... well, I mean, black's group isn't super strong, but it's got a base. I don't know, it's healthy. It's certainly not going to come under dire danger at any time. At least not anytime soon. Okay. Oh. I should close my Steam. There, I like to watch Dota 2 matches, so one of my friends was talking to me about a Dota match. Okay, so this is good, has influence, so makes the extension, and the top side is the most important, so I'll just answer for the top side. I mean, the top side is the biggest, it's a big open area. Playing a pincer right next to this really strong shape would be a terrible idea. There's this peep. Maybe I should play this peep earlier rather than later. Huh. I'm not sure if it would be useful, but I think it wouldn't hurt. So white, I think this G3 is like a small mistake, a subtle mistake, where it's trying to do two things at the same time, but doesn't accomplish either of them particularly well. So white played G3 when I only had this K3 stone, and it's like a move for the corner and a move to put pressure on the K3 stone, but since it's 2 spaces away, it doesn't really put that much pressure on it, and since it's a large knight's enclosure instead of a small knight's enclosure, it doesn't really solidify the corner territory very well. So I don't really like that move. R17 is big, but I don't think it's too big. I think I'd rather play for the left side, which is open. Open still. If white follows up at R17, I can just extend to L17. And if white plays a move around here, then I can take the corner. So I'm treating like L17 and R17 as Miai for this group. Or even if my opponent gets both of them, I can still jump out, which is not so bad because it would reduce this influence. It'd be okay. So I'm pretty sure this corner is still invadable. With the small knights plus a large knights move, I think it's okay. I think this is the best move. Enclose the corner, turns this into a nice extension, and the top side is becoming quite developable. Or developed, I should say. But I was hoping my opponent would approach here so I could do my cool little opening thing I've been working on. Peep? Should I play the peep? If I peep, white pushes, I push, 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 push. Insert hane. I don't really think it's that good. Not good yet. So now I think white will play on the upper side. It's the most open area. C8 looks nice now. I think white wants to play B10 in this area to reduce this, and black would like to play C8 to sort of solidify the left side. Okay. That looks pretty normal. So if I do a tight pincer, jump, jump, counter pincer, it looks like a really complicated situation because I didn't play R17, so these two stones could become weak. But at the same time, I don't want to let my opponent easily establish a base. Maybe if I play this 2-space, it doesn't put much pressure and it still leaves a weakness. So that's sort of the same thing I was talking about with G3, where it doesn't put a lot of pressure on and it doesn't really make a solid shape here. So I think I should either do this or this. Well, let's do the tight one. If a big fight starts, maybe that'll be instructive, or entertaining, or both, or neither. So if we look at just territory, the corner is about 9 points. This will probably be territory. This, too soon to say. I feel like D3 is probably maybe D3 is the right move to try to start shenanigans. Or C3, maybe white could play E2 to try to kill. I don't know. Depends on the outside. I could play this for the side, but it doesn't put any pressure on these two stones. Maybe this is a bit unusual, but it does put pressure on the two stones. I think I'm going to play this. Keep the pressure up. As long as these two white stones are feeling a little bit weak, a little bit under pressure, then I think my top group... It's starting to become surrounded, so I'm a little concerned. But if these two still feel weak, then I think my group is more manageable. small knight's move. I think it should be c5. Then the corner is solid. Maybe I should play e3 later. Aha. I think I will play the calm response. Defend the corner, defend the side. Okay. Aha! I don't like this because now I'm going to be really happy to play here. This doesn't put any pressure on this side. I think it should be push, I extend, and then invade. But now I can just defend the top, which I am happy to do. Now this group is solid. This group, it's out, so it's not in immediate danger, but it doesn't have enough space to make two eyes along the top, so it's something white has to keep in mind as the game develops. Biggest point now, maybe white wants to play here, or maybe attach is possible. We're down here. This makes some territory, and it threatens to reduce this big area. I think if black gets c8, this is basically solid, and it's pretty big. Let's see. So R17 will be big later, but since I have a strong base up here, it's not urgent. It's just big for territory. I think white should play this L4 peep at some point. White has this really strong wall. Should try to use it somehow. Aha, just a jump. I don't understand. I really want to play this. This looks so big to make this all territory. And maybe this will help if I invade the corner later. The only concern is, can white invade immediately? I don't think so. I think white could play here. But maybe peep and then cover? I don't know. I'm going to take it. How many points is white going to make with this? I don't know. It looks like this move makes... I have 15 points? 20 points? Oh, attach. Now the fun begins. Hane, hane, hane. Atari, atari. And he can connect out. Okay. Do I have time for this peep? If I peep, honey, extend, tiger mouth, and then just live inside. And then I get this cut, but that's cut, and then I need to like kill this to get my compensation. If white spoils this big area, then I feel like I need to get this area to compensate. Maybe an unusual move like this? I feel like my first instinct... I'm just gonna go with my first instinct. Just cover. Make sure that it's difficult to connect out to this stone. I mean this group. Maybe if white plays this hane, I can cut, and then counter hane, capture, atari. Atari? Ko-ish? No, the Ko can't fight the Ko because I can just double Atari, force it into a lump, and then fix my cut. So hane, Atari, counter Atari connect, Atari. Can't do that, so maybe Tiger Mouth, and then I can play here. Give this one stone, but turn this. Yeah, that looks good. Good enough, at least. I should end with Sente. And if I end with Sente, then I think I want to play... I think I'm leading on territory, so maybe I can just play R17. Maybe that's just enough. I could invade at E3 or C3, but those are scary. I think one of them should work, but if I'm leading the game, I don't think I need to take a risk like that. Maybe white will just extend. Then I extend, extend. Fourth line territory. I'm completely alright with that. So Atari, capture, connect, hane. White can't hane because I can cut. And these three white stones would be fairly short of liberties, so it looks like this peep would become very meaningful. Ah, extension. Wow, okay. If I extend, push, extend, attach, hane, connect, connect, hane, connect, connect. Looks like it can live, but this corner gets destroyed, and I have a lot of influence. Or if I go this way, then Atari, Atari, capture, and then connect, and then this is completely destroyed. So I can't play from this side. I need to play from this side. Maybe... I think this is the only move. Oh, I could play this hane instead. Oh, yeah. White can't push because of shortage of liberties. So... Oh, okay, so white should push here, block, and then play this one first. Okay. And then over here, it looks possible, but this will all become solid, and I should have I get this C. I'm gonna have a powerful triangle here, a real power triangle, not an empty triangle. So this corner will become highly invadable. Push. What if I just play this instead? Really? Okay, so the thinking is if I connect here, then this attachment forces me to play here, and then Atari capture, and this gets spoiled. So the shape, I could just kill these two stones directly. And then this attachment, push, Atari, capture, connect, cut, Atari, possible. Or I could play, this is kind of the cocky way. This is like the better shape move. But this is saying, I'm pretty sure that these two are dead no matter what. How sure am I? There. Actually, if I have this, then when he hanes and I block, then I don't need to fix, because atari, it's a ladder. Okay. This looks okay. Or I made a huge misread and I'm gonna lose the game right now. We'll see. It should be a good situation for black since it started in black's area. If this stone gets cut off, I'm completely fine with that. I don't really mind at all. It's just one stone. It does make this group alive, which is a little bit annoying, but I got this move and thickness, so I'm a lot more confident invading the bottom left. And if this is all territory, then I'm quite happy. Oh, extension. Interesting. Is it possible to play here? Then push. I could just make a bamboo. Or if I block, no problem. Block, atari, it's a ladder. If you place here, block, push, here, there. But this has only a few liberties, so no problem. If I pushes through, then block here, cut, atari, squeeze to make 5 liberties, but then this is super strong. Push here, there, or push here, there, and I can kill. Oh, what am I missing? What am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anything. Attach here? No, this ladder. The ladder is actually good for black. That's pretty cool. I think this is okay. This B11 is pretty... wow. Must have a plan, because giving me this connection, this is really strong. And if these 3 stones die, then I got all this territory and strong influence in the center, basically for free. I don't see the punishment. Jump? Bamboo? Connect? Then I can play here. No way to make 2 eyes. Push, block, atari, connect, cut, atari. Okay. Here, there. There. I could even do this. Let him live in Gote and then play this. Well, this part of it's a one-way street. So locally it's dead, but is white going to be able to push through somehow? Oh. These 3 stones are okay because I can play F12 to capture the 3 white cutting stones. So these 3 don't have much of a burden. It's mostly if white plays here, block. I think this move, C10, threatens A10 to make 2 eyes. So if black takes that point, then hane, push, push, then there, right? Atari, black can come out. It's complicated. But if white doesn't do something, then I would say this is not a very good result. Especially because now white can't even cut off this 1 stone because of the shortage of liberties. Interesting. Okay. What about this attachment? I think I just extend. Hane. Hane. Okay. Can I push here right now? If I push, extend, push, there, throw in, descend. Oh, I don't know. Just play this. Okay, I think this is not good. We will see. Should extend. I think C10 was kind of important to threaten to make 2 eyes. I think I have to just block. Oh. So I can play here to make my shape super thick and give my opponent 3 points, or I could play here to try to kill. And if I kill, then this cut comes first. I think I have to play this disgusting move. Extend there. So these 4 stones are okay. So hane, then I can push, 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 push. Here, push, push with the strength, then here? Oh no, it has to be something to help these 3 stones. I think because of the problem with these 3 stones, I think it'll be okay. Or I made a mistake. Because if I lose, if this is a mistake, then I've lost the game. For sure. Because this whole area will become whites and it's much too big. Right. Empty triangle. Power triangle. So if white helps this stone, like pushing out directly, then I can play F12, and then ultimately it'll become a capturing race between these 4 stones and this white group. Doesn't this ladder work? Atari, 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 down, Atari here, Atari, down. Yeah. Oh, this ladder works. Doesn't it? This is either going to be really embarrassing or the game is over. Well, it's really embarrassing for one of us. Here, Atari. And this has this liberty and this liberty. The ladder's good. You don't often see two Dons misread ladders like this. I shouldn't laugh, but that's that's a shame. Let's review. So if white continues, this ladder doesn't work because of the Atari, but black can actually play this one. And the ladder works. Cool. I don't know if you'll remember, because it was like 15 minutes ago, but I swear, somewhere around when like this shenanigans first started being played, it was like right around here. Sometime I said, oh, and the ladder is even good for black. It was that one. That was the ladder I was reading out. But it was a different variation. Still ended up with the same ladder stone, this cutting stone. It was a different variation, but so this move is super bold. This is like if it works, then it's amazing. If it doesn't work, it's a total disaster. So it's kind of risky. Maybe I could just play this. This is the more proper way, maybe, but then Atari, white could just sacrifice those 3 stones to enlarge this area. And if you go back to how the shape started when I played this move, this was all my area to begin with. So to cleanly separate the stone, give black what black already had, and cut this in sente. Ooh, in sente. So then can come to play this move, or a move against the bottom. That would be a really good result for white. So actually I think this descent is not good. Maybe this one. It looks a little bit ugly, but I think it's fine. White can't do anything. This will end up in a ladder, and pushing this way is a really nice stone here to already fix the cut. So basically, if this stone isn't here, sometimes this shape comes up where white will play this Atari, push, block, then here, this Atari, and then if black extends, then there's like a net here, or a ladder on these 2 stones. In this case, it's not working though. So white can extend here, and then trouble. All connected. So having this stone is really important. Fine. Basically, it lets white play that for free, and then cut. So white can cut this stone maybe, and play this. Probably not right away because it's fairly small, but it's nice to have because, as I mentioned before, there's not space for 2 eyes up here. So being able to capture 1 stone at any time to make eye space is really nice, just in case fighting develops in the center. So as the game went, I thought white should play here without this this exchange. Maybe it doesn't matter, but if white plays here now and black tries to kill, what about this hane? If black cuts, white can extend and then look for the ladder on these two stones. This one. So black needs an answer for these three stones, and it looks like this is the best way. Technically, white could save these stones, but it's not really a big deal right now. So this way, and then I guess white would want to play this cover, but then this should win the Liberty race. Black has an eye, plus black has 4 outside liberties against white's 3. This wouldn't be, honestly, this wouldn't be the worst result in the world. White could maybe play this, which is basically telling black, okay, take the 3 stones, but look at this really nice influence. White is able to connect this corner all the way to this group, and this group is fairly solid, but there's still potential to attack it somehow. I don't know. It's possible. So maybe this one? I think it's still the same. Yeah, I think it's still the same. Actually, maybe I should play here. It's because fewer forcing moves against these 3 stones. So this, honestly, if it goes like this, I think it's a fine result for white, because now this corner is definitely solid, completely solid. And as I said, this was black's area anyway. So basically, black took what was already black's, and white solidified the corner. So, and has sente. So I think the game would be fine like this. So let's go back to the beginning. It's a bit unusual to play the 2-space high pincer without a clear purpose. This is kind of old-fashioned now. So I wouldn't recommend to play this. In this case, maybe it's not awful because black has this stone. So I don't know if another corner happens and black gets... It's not great because black plays 2 second-line moves, so it's really low early in the game. But this stone doesn't have much meaning. It's different if... If we switch those, then the 2-space high pincer makes a lot more sense because white is developing this upper area. But this way, I'm not really sure what it's doing. And this block, I'm going to pull up the Joseki dictionary to see what the normal continuation is supposed to be. I don't really know. Normally, I mean, I know for sure that white really wants to have a stone here to play this block. Otherwise, I think I got a really nice result. Alright, looks like my move was possible. I guess I could bring this down into the... into the streaming window. Stop it! Windows 8. I love it. I mean, I love it. I mean, I love it. Uh-huh.